Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Billy, aka Lefty Heat, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you to everyone for your support. We have a brand new show starting up on Video Game Heat at 9 o'clock on Wednesdays, unless I say otherwise on Instagram or post a note on YouTube. We are going to have the Video Game Heat live show. It's going to be kind of called, because I don't know the official name yet, but it's going to be a Hot Topics in Gaming and Toys show. So I'm still looking for an official name, but it's going to be, or you could call it the Video Game Heat show. Today's topic is the SNES Classic versus the NES, because we had some news today, and I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about the news. So here is the deal. So Eurogamer is reporting that an SNES Classic Edition may be in the works, and I'm actually just going to lower the music because we are live. So we'll lower that a little bit. There we go. So an SNES Classic Edition is in the works, apparently, according to Eurogamer, and it's supposed to replace the recently discontinued NES Classic. I'm really disappointed that Nintendo is discontinuing the NES Classic. You guys are going to have to let me know your thoughts in the comments, and we're going to read them off in a couple minutes. So the SNES Mini, this is an official statement from Eurogamer that they've reportedly found from Nintendo. It is a rumor, so we do not know exactly if this is 100% true, but it's looking like it could potentially be. So they're saying that the SNES Mini, or to continue Nintendo's official branding, likely the Nintendo Classic Mini, the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, is currently scheduled to launch in time for Christmas this year, Eurogamer states. And they also say the development of the device is already underway, our sources have indicated. So we're gonna have to wait and see what the deal is with that. Very interesting, because I'm not exactly sure what to think of this. I don't want this to be discontinued. I don't want this to be another NES Classic where we can't even get our hands on it because you go to the store and the scalpers bought like, what, 5 to 10 of these? Like, I don't want it to be that. I'm a Nintendo ambassador. I really hope that even Nintendo can reconsider and maybe bring back the NES Classic. Let me know, like I said, guys, down in the comments, are you a fan of the NES Classic, or are you kind of disappointed? Let me know. And then, would you prefer the NES Classic or the SNES Classic? You guys are going to have to let me know. Now, in other news, they've also been talking that, like, the sourcing was thin, but the release of an NES Classic kind of sparked interest in these classic consoles. So what can we expect? Maybe an N64 Classic console? Would you guys buy that? Maybe a GameCube Classic console? I really don't want to think about how old I am, because now people are saying that the GameCube can be a classic console. At least some people are saying that. So we're going to have to see. And let's see what they were saying about the reasons for a discontinuation of the NES Classic. So, okay, so they want to keep it in smaller demand. The hardware, they're saying, of the NES Classic currently was already overpowered when it comes to emulation, giving the included chips plenty of room to emulate other games, so maybe there is more potential. We're going to have to wait and see. Let's see, Eurogamer has a decent track record, they're also saying, for Nintendo rumors, so could this be real? We'll have to wait and see, guys, like they're saying. They were also detailing many aspects of the Nintendo Switch back in July last year that turned out to be accurate, so this source is credible, guys. And then they say, while there aren't many details about the SNES Classic, the hardware given in the story pretty much lets us know what the deal is, and this could be a possibility. So we're going to have to see. Yeah, so let me see what you guys are saying about the system, what you guys think of it, and we'll talk a little bit more about it. And let's see, you're like both. Some people are saying they'll probably have more stock for the SNES. See, the deal with the NES Classic and the SNES Classic is basically Nintendo decided that they want to sell you another one of the classic consoles, but they also want to limit the number of games that are going to be packed in with this classic console. Now, for $59.99, it is an amazing deal, and I think anyone who wants to play additional games than what is provided can just go and pick up one of the original classic consoles. So I understand what they're doing. They're kind of giving younger kids or people that may not have experienced the classic consoles a way to play some of the best games, and then also give collectors a nice piece for their collection. I understand that. I am a big Nintendo fan, as you guys know. I actually have my original copy. I carry this with me almost all the time right before I'm like recording a video. I'll have it with me on my desk. I'll actually play this from time to time. My original copy of Super Mario Bros. With Duck Hunt combined. I also had the NES, the Zapper, back in the day. I still have my NES console, and it's probably one of my favorite consoles. It still works, and I have no issues playing it. So if I do play the classic games, I usually play on my NES. Do you guys own any games? Let me know. And then I also have my original Super Mario World game that I've been playing. I play this a lot. And I almost dropped everyone on Instagram. Sorry, guys. Here, I'm going to actually shut off the Instagram feed live, make the jump to YouTube, guys, and we'll see you there. All right, cool. So I also carry my Super Mario. We had like 100 viewers. Wow, that's crazy on Instagram. So I also have my copy of Super Mario World. This brings back so much nostalgia. This is the original copy. And yeah, just when these games came out, I was so excited to play these games. And to this day, I still play them, and the consoles still work. So Nintendo does a great job with their retro consoles, and I was a bit disappointed, I'm not going to lie, when the NES Classic was basically announced to be discontinued, because I thought it would be something that would continue, and it would be a fun kind of collectible for people to learn about the older games and then maybe purchase one of the older consoles from a retro game store or at a tag sale. I thought that'd be cool. Let's see. Nate is asking, do you have the Legend of Zelda Gold cartridge? I actually don't have the Gold cartridge. That was one of the few games that I do not have, believe it or not, guys. I was always into collecting all of the Mario games, and I actually didn't get into the Legend of Zelda games until the Legend of Zelda on the N64. So that is one series that I would love to get back into, and I have played the original Legend of Zelda now many times, and I think that my mission now would be to get a Gold cartridge, because I do not have one yet. Let's see, so we're talking about a little bit about it'd be nice to have the controller. Yeah, it is nice to have like the original controller. We've got some people like Super Mario Bros. Steve commenting in saying SNES Classic all the way. Now, I want to show you guys the trailer for the NES Classic, the original trailer. We're gonna take a look at it, and we're going to talk about it a little bit more, just because it's a great way to pretty much just discuss what the deal is with the NES Classic being discontinued, and then talk a little bit more about the SNES Classic. The possibilities are endless, guys, for this new console, and I think that one thing I would love to see Nintendo do with the release of this console would probably be to fix any business mistakes that were made with the NES Classic. It would be nice to be able to pre-order the SNES Classic and have plenty in stock so that everyone is able to get one. It would be nice if they included many games and the options to download more games on the SNES Classic. It would also be nice if they made wireless controllers an option. I understand that they prefer sometimes wired controllers to give us that classic feel. It'd be nice if Nintendo also put out a wireless controller, because that would be something where we have the option of wired, and maybe for player 2 have the option of a wireless controller. I like that idea. You guys are going to have to let me know if you agree. If you disagree, let me know. Let's see. Oh, someone has King Arthur's just commented saying he has an NES and SNES and they still work. That is awesome, and that's what's so cool about being a Nintendo fan, enjoying the classic consoles. You get to play consoles that actually work in 20 years, which my Xbox 360 lasted 2 months. I have not met someone who has not had an issue with an Xbox 360 in the Red Rings of Death, to be honest. There's always an issue with certain consoles, and I've actually never had an issue with any one of my Nintendo consoles. The only issue I had was that one of my boxes was a bit dented when I picked up the console. What kind of issue is that? It's not an issue, I guess, but yeah, so it's one of those things that I'm excited as a Nintendo fan, and I figured I'd talk to you guys a little bit about the SNES versus the NES. It'd be great to hear your thoughts in the comments. We'll use that kind of as a discussion to talk about the new console, and we'll take a look at this video from the launch of the NES. And yeah, I'll show you guys this. We'll watch it through, and then we'll talk a little bit more about it, and then we'll end this stream, and you guys can rewatch it. I like doing these videos because they're kind of like a here, I'll move into frame. They're kind of like a podcast style, so you can listen to these on the go. If you're in your car, you can just watch it on YouTube while it's live. And here, I'll click this. So here's the trailer. Can we expect the SNES edition to be just like this with the trailer? Of course, this gets the scalpers very excited because they see this and they're like, we're gonna go grab it. I'm one of those people who, if the NES or SNES Classic did go up on VideoGameHeat.com, I would keep it the exact same price that you can buy it in the store, because I don't think scalping is right. I really like how Nintendo created these kind of the start menus for the games, or the overall start menu. I think that's really cool. It's something neat that they programmed into this so you can scroll through all the different games. I actually did a review on the NES Classic. You guys can check that out on YouTube. And I'm a big fan of games like Dr. Mario. Big fan of those games, and so many more. Cool, guys. So we watched it. I think it's resized a little bit. Let me see if I can resize it. Nice. Cool, guys. So I'll leave that like that. That looks cool. And yeah, so now you're playing with power. All right, let's see. Wireless. Someone's saying wireless or long wired controller. That sounds good. I completely agree with you. And this is the fun also of having a live show. We can like talk to you guys live on camera. It's fun, and it's anything is possible when we go live. Let's see what other people are commenting. Someone's saying, good man. Nice. You found the NES Classic Mini Edition on Amazon. That is awesome. And yeah, guys, so when you do purchase these consoles, also let me know, where do you get them? I personally will try to go to any GameStop I can that has them first. I prefer to go locally. And then if I can't find it locally, I will go to Toys R Us every day if I have to, in order to maybe find a console, or a game if I need to. But if I can't find it locally and Nintendo doesn't want to do a video or anything with the game, then I would go on Amazon, and I'd get a discount on Amazon Prime to purchase the game. Sometimes I'll go on Toys R Us's website. I'll go on GameStop's website if they have a pre-order bonus. It really depends. I actually need to pick up Yooka-Laylee. I'm excited to try that out for the first time. I may actually do that tonight after the stream, so if you guys have any tips or tricks about Yooka-Laylee, let me know. And yeah, that brings you back the classics, Michaela, who's watching right now. You can't beat these classics. And yeah, it just feels like yesterday that I was over a friend's house playing Super Mario World for the first time, and the nostalgia, being able to play with Yoshi in the game. I was so excited. It was amazing, guys. And this is just pure nostalgia. Like, that's what Nintendo is all about. And the original cartridge. This is my childhood. This is what I grew up with, and I'm excited. I just think that it's a smart move to create the NES Classic, smart move to create the SNES Classic. Just please don't discontinue the console when everyone wants one. And if you do decide to discontinue the console, then, I mean, at least allow us to buy these games on the Switch so that we can play them. Or transport our classic games from the Wii or Wii U, pull them right over to the Switch so that we can play all the classics that we love. And maybe even if we own a original cartridge, why not create some type of NFC reader that has a cartridge port that I can plug my cartridge into and be able to play this game on my Switch with the original cartridge? That would be amazing. I just came up with that on the spot. And yeah, we're gonna have to see what happens, guys. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It has been live. We recorded this live all in one take, and now you're playing with power. Let me know, guys, down in the comments. Do you prefer the NES Classic Edition, or would you prefer the SNES Classic Edition if it is released? And I'll link you guys to a couple articles down below where I sourced all the information that I talked about in this video. This has been Billy, aka Lefty Heat. I'll stay after for a few minutes and we can talk more. But until next time, guys, I will see you in the next video. Live shows on Video Game Heat currently every Wednesday at 9 p.m. and I usually do a live show on the daily on Instagram.com/VideoGameHeat. I'm also planning on uploading regular videos to the channel on Fridays. So if you're into watching a regular video that's about, like, 2 minutes long, and maybe it could be up to like 10 minutes long, then check back on Friday, set your notifications, and I'll have a new one up this week, so you guys can stay tuned for that. All right, until next time, I will see you guys soon, and this is Billy, aka Lefty Heat, signing out. I'm gonna go play some more of my original SNES and the NES. Let's go!